Hey guys, it's me Ryan again, and
Julia, hi.
Today we're going to be working on just some like tumbling stuff, some forward rolls, backward rolls, somersaults, straddle rolls, all the fun stuff. And we're going to have the running warm-up that we did last time that I hope you do again, because always, no matter what you're doing tumbling related, it's important to have a warm body so that you can then stretch it. All right, and here we go. Jog. I like jog in a circle. Get that heart rate up from sitting inside all day watching Disney movies. All right, and you can switch to high knees. Bring those knees up high, perpendicular to your body. Perpendicular means a 90-degree angle. I'm pretty certain we talked about it before. And now switch over to kicking your butt. Bring those heels up high. You're going to lean a little bit forward while you do that. And now switch to skipping. Try and get up as high as you can. Really push through your point to levitate. Again, try to point through your feet so you get a moment of levitation. And switch to your other shot sit. And back to running. Hopefully you're breathing a little bit more heavily than you were before. And now come to a walk. And go up on your tiptoes and arm circles backwards. Really walk on your tiptoes. And try to keep your ribs in and your abs tight as you circle your arms back. Now switch to circle forward. The biggest circles you can possibly make. And now walk on your heels and crisscross your arms like you're cutting some grass that's really tall. You don't necessarily have to do all of this in a circle. If you're in a small place and you need to just run back and forth, feel free to do so. But make sure you don't hit any of your parents' furniture or expensive lamps or lighting fixtures.
You can also run in place.
All right, and now we're gonna stretch. All right, now that you're hopefully warm from all the running, we're gonna do a little bit more stretching so that we're ready to tumble. Let's start off in a nice pike. So your legs together and forward, and you're gonna breathe in, come up, straighten the spine, and breathe out. Come over and try to reach your toes. If you can reach your toes like I can, just reach further down your feet. I can almost touch my heels, so someday maybe you can too. And really breathe in down stretching while keeping your spine nice and long so that you really feel it. And remember to keep your knees straight, no bending the knees, otherwise you cheat the stretch and you don't actually get the stretch you need in order to do all that fun stuff like straddle rolls. And come up again, breathe out, fall a bit lower. Keep breathing while you're in the stretch to keep it nice and loose. And now take your left hand and grab your right foot and open out to the side. Get a nice little twist in your spine and stretch it all out. while you do this, even though your lungs are kind of like mismatched. And come back to the center, arms up. Reach your right arm for your left foot and open out again and do another little twist. And come back to the center, arms up. All right, and now go into your butterfly and make sure that you push your elbows into your knees, I would say.
Knee pits.
The pits of your knees.
Knee pits.
Knee pits, so that you get a nice stretch in your inner leg to really open up again for those straddle rolls.
Keep the bottoms of your feet together. Don't let them flank out. Don't let them come in. Together.
And now breathe in. Keep that spine nice and straight and come a little bit lower to intensify the stretch. Breathe in again, elongate, and breathe out, fall a little bit lower. And now roll up your spine as your head comes to the top. And Julia and I are gonna stagger while we do some straddles. All right, and similar to how we did last time, up and over to the left. Make sure you're keeping all of your leg, the one you're stretching away from, still on the ground. That may require a little bit of activation in that leg, but it makes sure that this stretch is actually happening. And now breathe in, straight, breathe out, come down over that left leg. Breathe in again, straight, breathe out a little bit lower. And keep breathing while you're here. And come through the center. And up and over to the right side with your left hand. Continuing to breathe while you're in this stretch. And now breathe in, face your right leg, straighten that spine, and keep your legs straight while you do this. Breathe in, breathe out, lower. Breathe in, breathe out, lower. Really feel that stretch. Don't be tempted to bend your knees. This is going to really help make your straddle rolls a lot easier. And now come to the center. Put your forearms on the ground. Breathe in, straighten that spine. Make sure you're tucked in that tailbone and lean over. Get that good stretch on both sides. You can see how Julia's back is totally straight as she pancakes over. I'm not quite that flexible in this arena, but Julia is a great example of what you can strive for. And again, you can reach your arms out forward to get more of a stretch and really pull yourself down to the ground. Remember to breathe. Hang out here for about 30 seconds, and then you slowly roll back up your spine. All right, and now we're gonna do some shoulder and wrist stretches so that you're ready for all that backwards movement, okay? So come to kneeling, and flip your hands around so they're like this, and lean forward a little bit, and then you can come back and sit back on your heels. Make sure to keep your elbows straight, and only do it so much until you feel a little bit of like tension in your wrists. You don't want it to hurt, but you also don't want to not feel anything. You can sort of pedal them out a little bit like you would in downward dog if you were doing yoga. And then you can come up and up to kneeling again. And now you're gonna put your hands like this on the ground. And this one I'm really bad at. This is enough for me. Just keeping them on the ground like this. I feel a lot of like stretch in my forearms. So I just want to make sure that I'm not stretching it too much so that it's painful. But I do feel a nice stretch sort of all the way up to my elbows. All right, and now in order to stretch out our shoulders, we're gonna do, some people call it like a cat stretch. It's where you come back, you keep your hips up, and you lean back, and you lower your head to the mat, and you really feel a nice stretch up in your shoulders right by where your neck meets your torso. And if you want to get a greater stretch, you can find something to sort of prop your hands up here, or you can create little tents with your hands. So it looks like this. And you get a little bit more height for your shoulders so that you feel it a little bit more. Breathe while you do this. And after about 30 seconds, you can come back out of it, roll up through your spine, and come to kneeling, and we're ready to tumble.